It's a bit right. It's going on to celebrate. Everything's all good. Music is now off. So, we are ready to start. Hope you're all ready for this one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the tier list update series. My name is Alpha Jackal, and we're doing the 5.15 tier list update today. Just a quick preface of this one. It's going to be a short update today. If you guys had a look at the 5.15 patch notes, you will see that there hasn't really been too much in terms of changes. And even those changes, we still don't know the full impacts of them, and honestly, I don't think most of them are impactful. The changes to Silver Branch Bow already cement those late game hunters with attack speed stims as good, and just make them a bit better, whilst they don't do much to help out those gods that don't have attack speed stims. Blackthorn Hammer, still a bit more testing need to be done on it, but it seems like it's an item that will be able to be picked up on everyone, rather than just a select few characters who would then benefit from it being changed. And then in terms of god changes, there are a few things which will impact the tier list, but before we get started again, just to remind you all that this is done primarily on European SPL play, but we do take factors in from North American SPL play, both sets of minor leagues, and all the pro leagues around the world in the SMITE Global Series, as well as a couple of things from the console side. But if you want a more in-depth console tier list, I'd go have a look at Inbound. He's going to be doing one as well. This tier list will be more geared towards the console side. So, where do we start? Well, there's actually only going to be 3 changes to the tier list today. Very short update, as I mentioned, and they're changes that everyone would see coming. First one is going to be Toth. Toth is going to be moving down to S- in this tier list update. His wall no longer procs on hit effect items. We're talking about every single on hit effect item. General Isolation, Soul Reaver, believe even Penetration will not be affected by the damage, because it's just an extra damage stim. Meaning you're no longer just bursting everybody down because you double proc Soul Reaver. You're not bursting people down because you get Soul Gem up incredibly quickly. You're not slowing people down with basic attacks because you're firing it through the wall because you have Gem Bomb Isolation. The wall is just there for a range extender now, which I think it should have been to begin with. And it removes a lot of the frustrations of Toth abusing the most broken items in the game. But as one mage falls, another will rise. No, it's not the Morrigan, it's the one next to him, Baron Samedi. We finally have the stats to back him up being in the S+ tier. His control is absolutely insane. His heal is beyond a joke right now. 15% of your missing health plus an extra boosted heal, depending on how much power you've got. It's insane. His main issue that stops him from being SS, though, is the fact that he is only really going to be played in solo and mid. There are 2 roles that you can play him. If he could be played in more roles, you'd see him up in SS, I believe. And the fact that, whilst he does have good heal and a good sense of movement ability on that heal, good players will be able to juke that out. Gods with dashes and movement abilities are able to avoid being rooted, to avoid that heal burst combo, which puts Baron in a bit of a weaker position. He does have counter matchups in lane. He doesn't win every single one of them, and that's why he's not immediately in the SS tier, but the amount of control that he brings is just beyond stupid. So you'll be seeing him in a lot of games recently. You'll be seeing a lot of games in the SPL. And like I said, 3 changes, 2 are down. The last one is going to be in the A tier, and they're going to be moving up to A+. It's on her. If you actually move. He received a change in the last patch, where his ultimate does more damage, and in terms of both base and scaling. This helps improve his already strong early game. Does a bit to help his slightly lackluster late game. But he still runs into the same issues that he has before. His jump is slow and a bit predictable. His CC and his main burst displaces people out from other bursts, so you really have to pull it and use it at the right time. It's either used as an engage tool or a disengage tool or a kill finisher. Not used as anything else. It's not used as like DPS during a kill because it just ruins other DPS. His main asset in terms of a team fight is still going to be that Shifting Sands, that pillar of his. The amount of slow and the amount of extra damage that he gets on it is quite insane. But, like I mentioned before, other gods being able to build Silver Branch Bow a bit more effectively really stifle the boost that was meant to be given to him in this patch. And yeah, that's it for the tier list update. Like I said, very short one. This next patch should be a little bit more interesting. For those of you that do look at the spoilers on Twitter from Hyros Ajax, he has teased the new item, which is going to be the Berserker Shield. And that item is going to be for those basic attack warriors. They tried it out in the 514 PTS. It didn't really work out because the item became absurdly strong on those basic attack-based gods because they were proccing on both abilities and basic attacks. So now they put it on a new item. It's coming back into the game. As for the numbers, we'll have to wait and see what they are to see what impact it will have on the tier list. But other changes going to come through as well. Other balance will come through, and hopefully that shakes up the tier list a bit more. We'll also have the first stats from competitive as SPL restarts this weekend. So yeah. Restart the weekend or the week? I think it restarts next week. Either way, we'll have stats finally. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this tier list update, and I'll see you all in the next video.